mathematics portion, right?
Yes.
And in that chapter, you learned about this LCM and HCF of different numbers, right? So what was the method that you guys learned there? So, okay, so forget about that. So that was a prime factorization method that you guys have, right? You guys remember this prime factorization method? Okay, so let's not talk about this thing, right? So this is the thing that you have learned in your first chapter, prime factorization method, and from that method, you guys can calculate LCM and HCF of numerous numbers, right? So 2 numbers, 3 numbers, 5 numbers, any kind of numbers, you guys can calculate the LCM and HCF using this method. But we'll not use this method. We'll use this method to just calculate LCM, right? So what would be this thing? So this would be 15. So if I want to make these two fractions like fraction, right? What is the goal? Goal is to find out the addition of these two, right? So goal is to find out the addition of these two. And firstly, we have to make it a like fraction. So the LCM is 50 that you guys have told me. Now, what should I do in this thing, in these two fractional numbers, so that they become like fractions? What should I do?
So you have to divide the 3 in with the 5 and 5 with the 3, and for the numerator also.
So you are telling me how to add these things. I am asking that how can I make these two fractions like fractions? How can I make? Remember, this is the LCM that you guys have got, right? So how can I make these fractions like fractions? What is the property of the like fractions? What is the property? Yeah,
The denominator should be same.
denominator would be same. Absolutely correct. So denominator should be same. Now this has a denominator 3. This has a denominator 5. The common multiple, the lowest common multiple of 3 and 5 is 50, right? So what should I do with this thing so that it becomes its numerator or its denominator, right? We have to make the denominator same. So its denominator becomes 50. What should I do?
Multiply it with 5.
Absolutely correct, right? So we have 2 by 3. We multiply and divide by 5. So this would become 10 by 50, right? Similarly, what should I do with this one?
Divide by 3.
Multiply and divide, right? So we have
Multiply.
to, yeah, we have to do the same thing in both the numerator and denominator. Otherwise, the number will change, right? If you only multiply or divide the numerator or denominator, then so the number will change. But if you are doing the same thing in both the numerator and denominator, so the number will not change, right? So this is 12 by 50. Now, these two are like fractions. So now we can simply add these two, right? So 10 by 15 plus 12 by 15, that would be simply 10 plus 12 by 15, right? So
Yes,
this,
sir.
so this would be the answer, right? And what, okay, so let me just remember the name, Harshit. So what Harshit was saying that you guys have already learned this rule, right? So there is a set of rules that we follow quickly calculate this thing, right? And what is that rule? So whenever we find this 15 LCA, so what do we do? This is 3 plus 4 by 5, right? So this is LCM has 15. So what Harshit was telling that we divide 3 by 15. So it will become how much? 5, right? If we divide this thing and whatever we get, we multiply that thing, right? So if we divide 15 by 3, so we'll get 5. And we have to multiply this with the numerator. So we'll get this thing. Right. This is what you were telling, Harshit, right?
Yes.
And then again, we have to follow the same process. We divide this. So what we'll get? 3. And then we have to multiply it with 4. So what we will get? We'll get 10 plus 12 by 15. So this is 22 by 15. So we'll get the same answer, right? The same answer, and this is the trick that you follow. Right? Where do you get this trick? So this is the basic idea. Right? Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, that's clear.
Yeah, so you guys have learned this thing already, but we are just practicing these things to improve our calculation, right? Sometimes I even also do all these calculation mistakes because you change one or you make a mistake of one plus and minus, and then the resultant or the answer is totally incorrect, right? So we have to carefully think about all these calculations, right? So these are very important. And yeah, so let me give you a very simple question. So can you guys tell me that what would be the subtraction of these two fractions? Please find out the subtraction of, so find out this subtraction. And then I will complicate this question, right? So I have been told that you guys have some problem in calculation, right? So that is why I'm doing these basic operations, basic mathematics. And once we complete this, then I will talk about mechanics portion, right?
So it will be minus 2 by 15.
Minus 2 by 15. So Harshit is getting minus 2 by 15, right? And then what are you guys getting?
Same
Nabila
answer.
and same.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nabila is getting the same answer, right? And what about you, Gianna?
Ma'am, sir, even I'm getting
You are,
minus 2 by
oh, you are also getting minus 2 by 5, right? Good. So everybody is getting, so you guys have a good hand in this fractional calculation, right? So if everybody is voting for this answer, then this is correct, right? So majority of, so there is no disagreement with the answer, so this is correct. Okay, let's complicate this thing further. So then let me, let's say 2, 3, 5. So this is mixed fraction. 3, 4, let's say 3, and then minus 2, 4, 6. So what is the answer of this thing? Please solve this thing and tell. Yeah, so these are the basic calculation that we'll practice, right? Because these kind of, what is the application of these kind of calculation? Where you will need these calculation, set of calculation. So you will need this in light, right? Reflection and refraction. So yeah, in reflection, in yes, what are you saying, Diana? Did you get any answer? Are you saying something, Diana? Did you get the answer?
Sir, it's
no, sir.
11 by 3. The answer is 11 by 3.
11 by 3. Okay, so 11 by 3. This simple answer. So this is a mixed fraction, and we have to make it a proper fraction, right? Or first we have to make this a fraction, proper fraction, and then we can define the operation. Right? Why are you getting in the denominator 3? So Harshit is getting 11 by 3, and Nabila and Gianna, what are your thoughts, or what is your answer?
1 minute, sir.
Yes, please take your time. So yeah, these kind of these set of calculation we will need in light, and specifically in this topic, reflection by spherical mirrors. So you will see some formula, mirror formula, and in there you will see this thing, right? Yes, whenever you guys get any answer, then please tell me. And Harshit, you can also check your or recheck your calculation. So this is a very simple answer that you are getting, right? You see that the denominators are 5, 3, and 6. So you're getting only 3. So you see that these are the things that we have already learned in our 6th and 7th standard, right? So all those things you will need in this 10th standard. Yes,
So far, I got 380 by 90.
380 by 90, right? So Nabila is getting 380 by 90. So we can cancel this thing, right?
Yes, sir.
38 by 9. So we have a disagreement, right? So there are two answers. Then Gianna, what are you getting?
Sir, I got
Yes,
128 by 30.
128 by 30. Hmm.
Yes.
So this is also, this can be also cancelled in 9, 8 to 10 and 11. Okay, so this is be cancelled by 6 and 4, and this is 15. And then this cannot be cancelled, right? So we have three different answers, right? So let's check that, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so this would be how much? This is 10 plus 3, 13 by 5. And this is how much? This is 9 and then plus. So 9 plus 4, 13 by 3. And then this is how much? 16 by 6. Right. So this is the thing. And now we have to find out the LCM of this. So first part is we have to find out the LCM of this. Whether you make it a like fraction, that is totally dependent on it, right? So what is the method that you are using to find out the answer? So you can try that method, or you can just remember this trick or this formula, right? So let's do it in both the ways. So we have 5, 3, 6. So what would be the LCM of these three numbers? So let's take 3 first.
30 I will use.
38 you get.
No, 30 I'm in the LCM 30.
30. Oh, so why you and Nabila you are getting 90? This is 1 and this is 2. And then we can take 2. So this is 5, this is 1, this is 1. And then we can take 5. So this is 1, 1. So now this is all. So what would be the LCM? This is 3 into 2 into 5. So 30. Right. So 30 is the LCM. Now we have to multiply. So what should we multiply in this? right? What should we multiply in this thing? And in this thing. Correct, guys? Is it correct?
Yes.
So then what should be, so this will become, all these three fractions will become how much? So 78, and then this is 130 by 30, and then this is 80 by 30. So now we can simply add these things. So this is first part we have to add, and then we have to subtract. So what would be this thing, right? So this is 8, and this is 7, 3, 10, and then 1, so 2 minus 80 divided by 30. So what is this thing? So 8, 1, 2 by 30. Oh, so you see that Gianna's answer is correct. Right? Is it clear, guys? So where did
Yes,
you
sir.
guys, yeah, where did you guys make the mistake? Harshit and Namita, what was the mistake?
I took the LCMS 90.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do two more questions and then we will talk about theory, right? So these are very important basic calculations that we need, right? So you guys already know that if I write, right? So let's say if I write something like this, 3 by 5 plus 2 by minus 3 plus 4 by 8, or let me write it as 6, right? So how will this minus, or what will happen to this minus? Can you guys tell?
So it will go up and become minus 2 by 3 or minus 0, minus 2.
Yes, yes, absolutely correct. So this will become this, and then we have to solve this thing, right? And we can further solve this thing. So this is 2 and this is 3, right? So this will become, yeah, so this will become, then we don't have to solve this thing, right? So this will cancel, and the answer would be simply 3 by 5, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I have to pick another question, right? So just you have to remember that what happens with this, right? And let's say if I have by 3 minus 4 by minus 5 and 6 by 8, then yeah, so please solve this thing and tell me what is the answer that you guys get. So please solve this thing. So in this bridge course, we'll try to just improve our calculation. So physics, 50% numerical, 50% is theoretical, right? So numerical part is also important, and it can, right? If you are not properly doing all those calculations, then it can cost you a lot. We have to be very careful with these calculations, right? In this bridge course, we will try to just improve our calculation. And these are the basic operations that we will try, right? So this question, and we'll one more question. Or, yeah, so then we'll stop at this.
Sir, I'm getting the answer is 26 by 12.
26 by 12. So again, your denominator has solved a lot, right? So this is what Harshit is getting. And there is no rush to just quickly do the problem, right? Okay, this is what Harshit is getting. And then what are you guys getting? The Villa and here. So Gianna is an Italian, right?
Yes, sir.
It is called
So-
Javan. Yes.
So, what? Sorry?
Yeah, it's Gianna or Giovanna. This is an Italian, right?
Yeah, it's an Italian name.
Good, good. So how do you pronounce this name, right? Giovanna.
So, I don't know.
Oh, yes, that's all right. So because there is a collaborator of mine, so her name is Maria Giovanna Diamond, right? And
Oh,
her spelling, so her name is Gia, right? Double. That's why
no, my name is pronounced as Gianna.
Gian. And always, all of you guys always remember the rule of this class that never hesitate in asking. So whenever you guys have any doubt, please don't hesitate and ask any question, right? Because if these problems remain there, so it will haunt you in your higher standards, right? We have to be very sharp in these calculations, and we have lots of time to improve these calculations, right? Yes, Gianna and Nabila, what is your and if you guys need more practice on these kind of questions, then keep still. Yes, you guys, any answer?
Um,
Hmm. Don't, yeah, so don't think whether it is correct or incorrect. Yeah, don't bother about it, right?
I tried doing it 2 times, but I got different answers.
Okay, so that is the part that we want to right improve. So yeah, that's all right, and that is the work that we are currently doing, right. So whenever we do numerous uh, calculation and we reach one answer, then we become good. So if we are getting different answer, then we have to do it again, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's check the answer. What is the answer that you are getting? So both of the answers, right? Let's think about both of the answers. So what are the answers that you are getting?
133 by 60.
This is one answer, and what is the other answer that you are getting?
I'll go with this.
Okay, so this is the answer that you. Okay, and what about you, Gianna?
So I also got 133 by 60.
Then this is the correct answer, right? So if two guys are getting the same answer, then this is correct. So, okay, so let's check, right? So first thing is that this is minus, this will become plus, right? And then we have to take the LCM of, I have a bad habit of this, right? So whenever we have an equation, then we write this applied by. Whenever we have a simplification, so then we only write this equals, right? So I have to just write the equals. Okay, so the LCM of 358. There are no common multiples, right? So without taking the LCM, just we can write this thing. But let's follow these steps, right? So this is 3, 5, and 8. So how much is that? 120. Okay, so this is 120. So what should we multiply?
Sir,
Yes, 40, right?
sir,
And yes,
so do we not simplify 6 and 8?
yeah, do we what?
Do
I
we
get the
not simplify 6 by
Yes,
8?
yes, we can do that also, right? That is also correct. Yes, absolutely right. So we can simplify this also to make the calculation lesser length, right? So yes, that we can also do. So this is 3 and
Okay, sir.
yes, that is absolutely correct. So we can simplify this too. So this is the answer, and then we have to take the LCM. So this would be, but from both the methods you will get the same answer. But this is less lengthy, right? We need lesser number of multiplications. Okay, so this is how much? 60. Right. So now what should we multiply in all these fractional numbers? What should we
20.
multiply? 20, right? So this is 20. And then 4 by 5, how much?
12.
12, right? So 12 and then 3 by 5 and
15.
15, right? So good. So then all the denominators will become same. So this is 40 and then this is 48 and then this is 60, 45. So what is the answer that will get? 8, 5, 13, 12 and 1, 30. So yes, this is correct. So what happened, Harshit? Where was the mistake?
Yes, sir. Some like actually, I was taking the LCM 120, so that was incorrect.
So from that also you get the same answer, right? Let's check about this 120 as well. So this is 6 by 8, right? So we have to find out 2 by 3, 4 by 5, 6 by 8. So that is 120. So we have to multiply 40. We have to multiply how much? How much? We have to multiply?
24.
Yes, how much?
24.
24. So 5 fours are 20, 10 is 24. And then in this one, how much we have to multiply?
15.
50, right? So 8 fives are 40 and so this. So these are the answers that So then what is this thing? This is 120 and 80. This is 96 by 120, and then this is 90 by 120. So how much is this? So this is 6. This is 9, 9, 18, and 8. 266 by 120. So if we divide this thing, we'll get the same answer. Right. But this is a linear calculation. This had a bigger numbers. So this would be it. So first we simplify and then we further simplify the fraction. So you guys are
Oh, yeah.
getting, yes?
Sir, I just forgot to simplify it.
Okay, yeah. So 263, but you would be, oh, so you were telling me 266 by 120. This was your answer. Yeah, so I thought you said 26 by 12. So yes, this was also correct. So all of you guys are getting the same answer, which means that now you guys have a good hang on this type of question. So firstly, we have understood the addition and subtraction in fractions, right? So now let us understand the multiplication and division of fractions, right? So multiplication, right?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, in the next class we'll start with the physics. So
Yeah, so in the next class, so we have okay, we have 45 minutes, right? Yeah, we
yes,
can, yeah, let's complete these portions and I'll start this mechanics part as well, right? So your physics class, that will be taken by some other teacher. I'll be only doing this bridge course, right? So physics, so somebody is taking your physics classes, right?
yes,
Yeah, so I will be only taking these bridge courses, right? So whatever the basic thing that you require in those chapters in, let's say, light and that electricity and magnetism, so those basic portions are there, right? And you guys can tell me what are the mathematics portions or the physics portions that you guys have studied in your ninth standard and then have forgotten or okay, so multiplication and division of fractions. We have understood addition and subtraction. So let us understand multiplication and division of fractions. Right. So these things are already familiar with you guys, right? So let me just let's do a simple question. So 26 by 15 into 30 by let's say 46. Right. So we have this multiplication and we can multiply one more thing, let's say 20 by uh, 80. Right. So in this fraction, multiplication is done in the numerator and denominator part, and division is done in the numerator and denominator, right? So all those numerators are combined, and all those denominators are combined, right? And then we simplify. So what would be the end result? So let's we know that this is divisible by 2. So this is 10. This is 9. And then again we have this 10 and 46. So again this is divisible by 2. So 5 and then 20. And then what is the so this 30 and 50. So this is 2. And then anything else that we can simplify? Anything else that we can simplify? So nothing can be simplified, right? There's no common multiple. So then what we'll do is that then we will multiply the numerator and denominator together. So 5 to the 10, so this is 260 divided by how much is this thing? 9 to the 27, 9 to the 18, and 220. Right? So this would be the final answer. Right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's do one question from this one because this is quite easy. So let's do one question from this one, and then we'll talk about division of fractions, right? So let's say 30 by 12, then 80 by 4, and then 80 by 28. So what would be the answer, guys? Tell me what would be the answer. Yes. What is the answer that you guys are getting?
Sir, I'm getting 15 upon 40. 14.
15 upon 14, right? So getting 15 upon 40. And Nabila and Jan, what about you?
Sir, this is me, Harshit. Sir, I'm getting it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yes, Harshit. Yeah. Yes, sorry about that. So yes, Nabila and Jan, what you guys have. So we have to only divide the numerator with numerator part, and we can only multiply the numerator together and denominator.
Um,
Yes,
405 by 56.
4 by 56, right? So whatever answer you are getting, that is okay. And this
Uh,
can be further simplified, right? So this is by
it's 405 by 56.
405.
Yeah, yeah.
So did you not simplify this thing, right? Okay, so we'll check. So 5 plus 4 is 9, and 6, 5, 11. So yes, what about you, Gianna? What are you getting? So we need a vote to match any of these two answers, right? Yes, you get any answer.
Sir.
Yes, did you get any answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so what was the answer that you got? Miss, what did you get? Yeah,
Sir, I also got the same thing.
which one? This one, this one. Harshit?
405.
Oh, this big. Why you guys are getting? So, which means that again, Harshit, see, there is a majority, there is an argument to this answer, right? So let's simplify this thing first. So this is 12. So this can be, and this is 36. So let's do it with 2. So 2 6 are 12, and then 2 8. And then again, it can be divided by 6 only. So 6 threes are. And then what is the other? So this is 2. And then this is 9. And can we simplify this thing further? We cannot simplify this thing, right? So this is 56. And then this is how much? 45 into 9. So 9 fives are 45, 36, 205. So yes, Sarshi, what is happening? How did you get 15 by 40?
Yes, I'm just like doing some mistakes calculations, so
Hmm.
that is why.
Yes, yes, that is all right. So we have to just improve that part, right? So that is the purpose of this bridge course. And I guess you guys are comfortable with the fractions, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Is it clear for you guys? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then you guys will come across these kind of calculations as well, right? So the division of fractions. Division of fractions. So you will have some question like 3 by 5 divided by 4 by 8. So what would be the answer, right? So the idea, basic idea to solve this thing is that what is the big division? So this one is the bigger division, and then these are the two fractional numbers, right? So what we will write is that we will write in this formalism, this is divided by 4 by, and then what we do is that in these kind of situations, so we write this, we change it to multiplication, and then we take the reciprocal of this thing, right? So what would be that?
8 by 4.
So this is 8 by 4. So now we can apply whatever the operation multiplication of this thing, right? So this would be 2. So this would be 6 by 5. So that is how we calculate, right? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, so I will do the simple one and I will give you a complicated one. So let's say that what would be the answer of this question? 6 divided by 2 by 3 by 8. So what would be this thing? Right, you guys have now this is a mix. Who got disconnected? Oh, so learning you got disconnected. So this is a mixed question in which you have addition. Oh, let me just change this subtraction. Right? Okay, so you guys have the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. All those things are there, right? So please solve this question and tell me what is the answer that you guys get. So in the end of the class, I hope that you guys will not be confused with this operation on fractions. Right? So that is what I want to achieve, right? You guys become comfortable with this kind of calculation. And this you will need in mathematics, right? When you will do this, yeah, in linear equation in two variables, right? So in there you will also come across this. Whenever you guys get any answer.
Sir, I'm getting it 152 upon 125.
Oh, so that is an interesting number, right? 125, 152.
No, sir, the reciprocal. It will be like 152 upon 125.
Oh, other way around, right? 152 and 125. Good.
Sir, I'm Harshad
Oh,
again, sir.
oh yes. Why? Right. Yes. Yes. Whatever answer you guys are getting, Tiana and yeah, just
19 by 90.
again we have a different answer, right? 19 by 90.
Yeah.
So there are some interesting numbers, right? 152, 125, 190. And then Gianna, what are you getting?
So
Yes.
I got the reciprocal and all. I reached that stage, but I'm not sure what to do next.
Oh, which part did you reach? So, okay.
So I got two fractions I got, and
Oh,
I
and then you have to multiply those things, right?
yeah, I took the reciprocal.
Okay, so yeah, let's check here, right? So as Gianna suggested earlier, or it was it Nabil or Gianna? So we have to simplify this thing first, right? So this is the simplification, and then what we do is that we have 5 and 3. So the LCM of 5 and 3, there are no common numbers, so we just directly write that this would be 50. So we have to multiply this by 3 and then this by 5. And then 3, 8. Again, no common thing. So 3, 8 LCM would be 20. So this is 24. So we have to multiply 8 and then this is 8 minus 3 by 8 and then 3 and so how much is this? This is 9 by 15, 10 by 15, and then this is 16 by 24, 9 by 20. So how much is this? This is, I will directly write 19 by 15, and this is 7 by 24, right? Did you guys reach this answer?
No,
No, so we got different answers.
I
Okay,
didn't do this step.
okay, so you didn't do this step. So how did you guys reach it? Then we have this division, right? So this will become 19 by 50 division of 7 by 20. So this is 19 by 15 into 24 by 7, right? And we see that, do we have any common multiple? Yeah, so we have a common. This is 15, 3 fives are, this is 3 eights. So then how much would be this? 8 nines are 72, 8 1 and 52. 35. So yes, Harshit, the numerator is correct, but why we are getting this 35?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually, I thought like first I was writing the question, so I thought the 2 by 3 it was plus 3 bytes. So actually, I did the plus 3 bytes. So that is
Oh, so you have written this as plus 3 by 2.
yes,
That's why. But this
Oh,
could
sir,
be, yes.
I wrote 2 by 3 minus 3 by 8 as plus.
Oh, so yes, these are the little mistakes that we have to be very careful, right? So in these kind of calculation, one plus minus here and there, and then the whole answer is correct, right? So you do all this effort to reach this answer, but the final answer is incorrect. So that is why we have this step marking, right? So that is why the teachers do this step marking, and they give the numbers on the basis of that. Because one plus and minus, and then final answer is totally different, right? So yes, is this clear with all of you guys? Is it clear?
yes, sir.
And I will
Yes, sir.
I will send you some practice questions on this one, right? And then you guys can practice a lot. So uh, this is the operations on fractions, right? I guess you guys already know both parts, that, but we'll do that later. But the next thing is the linear equation.
So how long is this class?
Yeah, so this is 1.5 hours, right? So we have 25 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, so the next thing is this method that you guys have learned, and that is cross multiplication, right? So you guys have come across these kind of questions in which you have 30 plus 4 into 5 divided by, let's say, 2 into 5 plus 3 equals to 4 into 7 plus 3 minus 8 divided by, let's say, 5 into 2 plus 3. So these are the questions, right? So we have one part which is left hand side, and this is a fractional number. And then you have this right hand side which is also a fractional. Then what right? So in these kind of question, what should you do? So firstly, you have to step one. Step one is to simplify it first. Simplify the fraction first. And then the next step is use the idea of cross multiplication, right? So this is generally done in equation with linear equation and all those things. So that part will do. But firstly, we'll try to just right. So this part we'll do in an equation of variable, right? So in a linear equation, one variable will. But firstly, we'll try to simplify. So what we'll get, right? So simplify these two fractions and tell me what you are. Well, let's do this thing now, right? So this is 20 divided by 10 plus 3, and then this is 28, and this is minus 5 divided by 10 plus 3. So we are getting the same. So this is 50 by 30, and this is 28 minus 5, so 23 by 30. So clearly we can see that these are not equal, right? So this fraction is not equal to this thing. So this equality is wrong, right? I have just chosen some random numbers, but this is not equal, right? So this is the first thing that we do in cross multiplication. And how do we use this cross multiplication? So we use this idea to find out the variable. So to use this thing, let us first discuss the idea of linear equation in one variable. You guys are currently doing linear equation in two variables, but let us talk about this linear equation in one variable. So first thing is that what is an equation? Yes.
It
What is
has
an
operations.
it has what?
It has operations.
Yeah, it has some
Where,
operations and they are
yeah.
that is correct. So it will have some operations. So an equation will have two sides, right? Left hand side and right hand side, and they will have
Cool.
some operations. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they will be related by an equality sign, right? So all those left hand side and right hand side that would be related by an equality. So let's say you have this equation 4x plus 3 equals to, let's say, 7, 7, right? So this is an equation. This is an equation. So you have a left hand side and you have a right hand side. And they are related with this equality sign. So this is called an equation, right? Now we have why this is called a linear equation, right? Because it will contain things, right? So this equation will have a variable and it will have some numbers. So the numbers are what? This equation I will have two things. So one would be numbers or constants, and then it will have some variables. So variables are generally defined in alphabet X, Y, Z, and numbers are A, B, C, or these right? These are numbers. So in this equation, you have some numbers which are 3, 4, and 7. And you have one variable that is X, right? And what is the power on this X? What is the power?
1.
1. So it has a power of 1. So this has a power 1. So whenever the variable has a power 1, so it will be called a linear equation, right? So because this equation has power 1, variable has power 1, so this is a linear equation. And how many unknowns do you have? So you have one unknown, X. So you have only one variable. So that is why it is called linear equation in one variable. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have this linear equation, right? So this linear equation will have two sides. And how do we solve this thing? So how do we solve? So what are the processes that we follow to solve this? What is the first thing that we do?
The variable side would be towards either left hand or right hand, and the numbers would be
In the
vice
left
versa.
hand. Yeah, yes, absolutely correct. So we separate the variable part in one side and the numbers part in the other. So that is the first step, right? Or if it is, it can be solvable. So first we simplify. So first we simplify the left hand side and our right hand side if it can be simplified. Simplify the LHS and RHS if it is simplified, right? And then we, as Nabila said, right? So then we have to write separately or separate the variables in one side and numbers in the other side. And then we solve. So then we solve. Right. So these are the processes that we follow in order to solve this linear equation. So first thing we do is that this cannot be simplified, right? So just we just write this thing, and then we take variable in one side and the numbers in other. So these are numbers. So 4x in one side, this thing the other. And we have to remember that sign changes whenever we move from one side to another side. So this would be 7 minus 3. So this would be 4x, and then this is 4. So this would be how much? So x would be, and then this is in multiplication. So if it goes in the right hand side, so it would be in division. So x would be 1, right? So this is how we solve this thing. And yeah, let's do one question, and we will solve many questions using this linear equation in one variable, right? So this is the one thing that I have to talk about. And then I have to also, the next set of topics that I'm going to do is the scientific notation, right? Next set of topics that I'm going to is scientific notation, why they are important, and rounding off the numbers. So this you will have to do in the physics part as well. So rounding off the numbers, right? And then we will also use the idea of powers and exponents. This is the other thing that I'll be talking about. And then in the last part, I will talk about mechanics. Right. So in mechanics, I will talk about distance, speed, and then you have acceleration, and then you have force, and then you have work. So all these things I will be talking about, right? But let us first understand this linear equation in water. How much time do we have? 13 minutes. Right? So let's solve some questions based on linear equation in water, right? So 4x plus plus 3x equals to 2x plus 3 plus 4. So you guys have to solve for x. So please solve this thing and tell me what is x. Yes. Please solve for x and tell me what is the answer that you get.
Equal to 1.
Yes, 1.
Yeah.
That's got 1. Okay. And then what about guys? Harshit and
So 1. I'm also getting 1.
Harshit is also getting 1. And what about you, Gian? How much you are getting?
So even I'm getting 1.
1. So everybody is agreeing to this answer. This is the majority. So yes, this should be 1, right? I'm not solving this. So let's complicate this question, right? Then we have 2x by 3 plus 4 by 5 equals to 5x by 8 plus 3 by 6. So now solve this for
Is it minus 3 by 10?
minus 3 by 10. So yes, Gianna or Nabila, who got this?
Nabila.
Minus 3 by 10. And Harshit and Gianna, what you guys?
Sir, same. I'm also getting minus 3 by 10.
Oh, good. Then this would be correct. Yes. So yeah, Gianna, you tell me if we have a disagreement, then we will solve.
So I got 3 by 10.
Minus 3 by 10. So everybody is getting minus 3 by 10. Then it's good, right? So this is correct. Good. So yeah, then you guys are very comfortable with this linear equation because you guys have advanced, right? So you are doing this linear equation in variable. So this will be a piece of cake, right? So now let us complicate this question more. And now we have to apply the idea of cross multiplication, right? So we have these kind of questions. X plus 5 by 2x plus 4. This is x plus 3 by 4x plus 7. Right, so this is the question. These two are, this is one fraction. Oh, so then we cannot solve. But whatever equation at least we can, because this would not be a linear equation. Right, this would not be a linear equation, but I can make that. And it should be like this. As 6. Now it will be. So this is a fraction and this is a fraction. Right. So in these kind of situation, we use the idea of cross multiplication. So this is multiplied with this thing, and this is multiplied with this. So firstly, we have to multiply this 3x plus 5 with, but remember, the whole thing should be a fraction, right? If you have this kind of thing, and then 6x by 3 plus 2x by 2. So this cannot be cross multiplied, right? First, you have to make a proper fraction, and then you can cross multiply, right? So the whole number, should be a fraction. That is the idea. So first you multiply this with this thing, and then you multiply this 2x plus 4 with this. So now you guys solve this part and tell me what is the x you guys are getting. And then this part would be done. So then we'll talk about scientific notation and rounding off. You guys already know the distributive property, right? Distributive property.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You guys have to solve this, right? X plus 5 and 4x plus 7 and then 2x plus 4, 6x plus 2. So what is dx? We have 3 minutes, right?
Minus 28 by 71.
Minus 28 by 7. This is what and what about you guys, Harshit and
Sir, I'm getting it minus 23 by 3.
minus 23 by. So now we have this actually, right? And what about you, Gianna? How much you are getting? So first we have to multiply 3x by this thing, and then 5 by this. So and then 2x by this thing, and then 4 by this thing, right? So how much will it? 12x square, 21x, 20x, 35, 12x square plus how much? 6x plus 24x plus 12. So first we have to simplify this thing. 12x square plus 41x plus 35, 12x square plus how much is this? 30x plus 12. Now we have to take the variable one side and numbers the other. So 12x square, 14x minus 12x square and minus 30x and then 12 minus 35. So now what are the like terms? This one and this. So 12x square minus 12x square. This will be cancelled, right? And how much is 41x minus 30x? Yes. Why am I getting a different answer? So 41x minus 30x, how much is that?
Sir, 3x.
41 minus 30, so 11, right?
11x. Sorry, 11x.
And this is minus of how much? 3. And then 3 minus 1 is 2. So this one was correct, Harshit, but only this part. So you did all this calculation correct, but at this part only, you just made a minor mistake, right? X would be minus 22, right? So yes, Nabila, where was the mistake?
In the distributive, I did 4 plus 3 instead of 4 into 3.
Oh, yeah, we have to write each and every step, right? So then it will be simpler to find the mistake than the quick problem. So remember, we
Yes.
don't have to eat any step, right? So just write every steps, and then you will reach the answer. So even I can make some mistakes, right? Yeah, this would be all. And in the next class, I'll be talking about scientific notations, right? So let's say if you have 0.00000732. So this is right. This is not looking good. So these kind of numbers, they are not looking. So how we can write these numbers in a different way, in a more suitable way. So that is what we call the scientific notation, right? So writing these kind of numbers and doing operations on these kind of numbers would be difficult. So then we changed these kind of numbers to scientific notation, and then we apply the rounding of these numbers, right? So these are the things that we will do next class, and then I'll talk about mechanics, some portion of mechanics. Okay, yes, I hope you guys learned something from today's class, and it was nice seeing you guys in here and meet you guys or see